And I literally said to God, I don't want to be poor. Like, I don't want to be poor. I don't want to go into this business and then like lose my house.
Welcome to the Branches in Business video podcast, where we are on a mission to encourage, motivate, and equip Christian business owners to get out there, branch out, and share their message with more people for the glory of the Lord. Hi, I'm Sarah Roberts. I'm an online marketing coach and consultant helping business owners create content that promotes genuine relationships with the people they serve and leads to long-lasting, sustainable lead generation and sales for years to come for their businesses. The inspiration for the Branches in Business show came from the verse John 15:5. I'm the vine, you're the branches. We are the branches who happen to be in business, and I believe that our businesses can be vehicles for spreading the good news of Jesus. That's why the Branches in Business show encourages and promotes business owners getting out there using the tool of online marketing through interviews with Christian business owners like you, videos with tips and strategies for online marketing, and opportunities to learn, connect, and network with other Christian business owners inside the Branches in Business Facebook group. If you'd like to learn more about the show, about the group, and anything we do here at Branches in Business, check out the description below this video and you will find all the helpful links you need.
So thank you, Kristen, for being with us today. We are so excited to get to hear more about you and your story and your business. So we'll just jump right in. Tell us about your business and how your offers serve the marketplace.
Yeah, thank you so much again, Sarah, for having me on your awesome podcast. I love connecting with other female entrepreneurs who really put God at the center of their business. And I think that's why our hearts just have really connected. And truthfully, that's really what the heart of my business is. And I'm in real estate. And so really what the goal of my business is to bring kingdom principles into this sphere. And really the goal is to show people that, as a real estate agent, yes, I, love to buy and sell properties and things like that. But really it's about finding the best solution for that person, that family, and helping them meet that goal. And so that's really what I strive to do for my clients.
Okay. So how were you inspired to begin your real estate journey and become a real estate agent?
Yeah, so after the birth of my daughter, I was at home and I'd been in teaching before, and I knew I was like, I don't really want to go back to the classroom, not because of anything to do with the kids or anything like that, but I just really felt called to a new season, a new chapter in my life. And so my husband and I were talking and we were like, well, could give this real estate thing a try. And it's been a journey. It hasn't been a straight line to success, right? There's been bumps along the way, but God has been super faithful and has helped us really create a vision and a direction for where this business should go.
That's so exciting. I was a teacher too before I started my business. It's funny.
Oh, super.
Yeah, I taught
Yeah.
in first grade. What did you teach?
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I taught high school, primarily science, and then I did teach at the college level as well. So I had a lot of different hats in education, and then now I feel like I have a lot of different hats in real estate. So
yes. It's kind of similar because we're always doing something different. It's never a same day over and over again.
That's right. And I need that. Like I'm a little bit like ADHD kind of, where I'm like, I always need something new. And so real estate does give me that outlet because every situation's different. Everybody needs a different solution.
Yeah, that's awesome. So how have you seen God's hand at work in your life and business? I know you could probably talk for days on that.
I really could. So God has really done a major work in me through this, and my character, and especially in my humility. Humility has been a really big thing for me because I kind of came from this academic world where I was very successful as a teacher, and going into real estate, I was a baby again. And I think I went into it thinking, oh, I know how to do this. Like, I just do some trainings and I just execute. But it's really much more than that. And it's really about having your heart in the right place when you get out into the business world, to really see the success that you desire. And so that's been a major thing with my husband and I, because even like our marriage was struggling, because I was trying to do this real estate thing and going to different sources to try and figure out how to be successful at it instead of going to God first. And really God had to get me to that place of like, hey, Kristen, do you want a successful marriage? Do you want a successful family life? Do you want a successful business? If you want all of that, you have to follow me, because if you follow the world, something's going to drop. And that's what I was finding, was like, I would be really present with my family, but then, the business would kind of go on the wayside. Or if I put too much effort in the business, then my family would feel neglected. So God was just really, really faithful and walking through that process with me and getting me to this place where now, not only is my marriage in a really like the best place it's ever been, and getting better by the day. Same thing with my kids and I relationship, but then the business too. Like, we have a super clear plan. We know where we're going because my husband and I are aligned, and with God as the head of it.
That is awesome. And like you said, there is no shortage of places and sources that the world is trying to pull our attention to. There's always a something that you could go to instead. And I love that y'all have kind of learned this together, you and your husband. That's awesome.
Yes. Yeah. He is my biggest supporter, cheerleader, business coach, partner. I mean, whatever label, like, that's him. He's amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us about some practical and or some spiritual challenges that you faced in the course of your business journey, and how the Lord kind of brought you through those challenges in your business.
Yeah. So this is going to sound really funny, but maybe you've been there or other people listening have been there. But this was just in the last couple 3 weeks where I was sitting in my prayer time, and I literally said to God, I don't want to be poor. Like, I don't want to be poor. I don't want to go into this business and then like lose my house, right? Because when you are an entrepreneur and you're starting something new, like, you're putting a lot on the line.
Yeah.
And I just told him, I was like, I don't want to lose my house. I don't want to lose, what I have, like the material things. And that is a real fear of mine. And I think I just said, God, I'm being honest with you. And he was very kind, and he said, that's not what I'm calling you to. I'm not calling you to lose your house and to go to the poorhouse or anything. I'm asking you to trust me in the process of, as you're building your business. And what that taught me in that moment was just, if you can't be honest with God, who can you be honest with?
Wow.
Right? We wear a lot of masks, especially if you have kids at home or if you're public facing. A lot of times, like, as a parent, you're kind of like, you hold stuff in, right? Like, if you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna like burst on my kids or something, but there's a lot of times in life you're holding back, right? Like, you kind of grin and bear it. And with God, he doesn't want that from us, right? He wants us to be honest with him. And that was a really, really key thing for me that I really just am grasping recently, is to be radically honest with God and where you're at, and allowing him to work his heart surgery on you to, work through whatever it is that you're presenting to him. So I think that's definitely number one in terms of, if you're growing a business, or if you're, any challenge you have in your life, is just being honest with God. Yeah. And the other thing is, that's really helped guide me too, is really putting people first. Mm-hmm. And that has been major for my business, is putting people first. And, don't even think about what this relationship could, bring dollars wise, right? But what is, this person in front of you, what's there? Like, what do they need? What do if it's not even a potential client, like just like being a good person and being there for somebody. I think that's really God's heart as well, is for us to be people oriented and be people first, and just letting things blossom from there, wherever they go.
That is awesome. And like you said, being honest with God can be hard sometimes, even though we know He knows our thoughts. He already knows what we're thinking,
Right.
what we're
Absolutely.
feeling, but we have to share that and open up to Him. That is so good. Would you care to share with us your top 3 or so favorite business tools, tips, strategies, things that have helped you along your journey?
Yeah, for sure. So number one, I think, and this, I'm not a coach, okay? So this is not a plug for me as a coach, but get somebody in your life who will keep you organized. Okay. Now, I'm not saying go out and spend thousands of dollars on some fancy coach. Even if it's just like your spouse, and you check in with your spouse once a week, and you're telling them your business goals, or a friend or somebody. You need somebody to hold you accountable, especially as you're starting a new business or in that entrepreneurial space, because without that, it's very easy to get distracted. Even if you're the most organized person in the world, even if you're the most disciplined person in the world, you can still get distracted by different things. And so I think what's been really, really helpful for me is having people in my life who I can talk to and hold me accountable. So that's definitely number one. Number two for me is having, so as a real estate agent, we have what's called CRMs, right? Customer relationship management software. And so again, kind of with that idea of staying organized, is having some type of system that you have to make sure that you're keeping in contact with people, and whatever method that may be, through Facebook Messenger, phone call, text, email, mailers, like if you're something like that, just some way, again, to keep everything organized and to help you keep a nice database of people that you've been making relationships with. I think that's really, really key. And then my last business tip, strategy, tool is to stay humble. I talked about that earlier, but that really is key. Stay humble and always stay in a learning mindset. You don't know everything. You don't know everything. You might think you do, but you don't. And stay humble, stay ready to learn, be open to, if somebody's trying to influence you, or, whatever, take the meat, spit out the bones, right? Like, be humble, be able to learn, and you will grow in every asset and every facet of your life.
So good. I love that. And the CRM system, I want to touch on that for a minute.
Yeah.
What do you have a specific software or a specific system that you use for your customer relationship management?
Yeah, so I am super blessed. I've partnered with Keller Williams Realty here in Indiana. And so Keller Williams has their own CRM. It's called Command. I have used Pipedrive for sales management, as well as KV Core when I was with eXp Realty. And I actually really like Pipedrive. I know other people have different opinions. I think Command is fantastic, but that is really only for Keller Williams real estate agents. I know a lot of people in real estate like Follow Up Boss is something that they really like. So I'm really just more familiar with CRMs that are real estate related. So yeah.
And those, just so I completely understand, I haven't messed with those a whole lot, just in business, being kind of in the online space. But just so everyone gets like what that looks like, is that to kind of help you and give you a reminder of who you talk to and when? What does that going into your CRM look like?
Yeah, absolutely. So your CRM will have all of your contacts. So you'll have, you can organize it by their name. You can have different tags for them. So if, they're a past client, or there's, like I said, there's different tags you can have for them and organize it that way. And then, you have your basic information, email, phone number, address, or maybe a social media handle or something like that. And then what you can do is a lot of times you can set up campaigns. So you could set up where, you email them once a week. And so it'll show up in your CRM as, oh, you'll look in there and it'll have a task like, have you emailed them this week? Or a phone call, or, you set up the system of what you want to put that particular contact on, depending on where they're at in your sales cycle, or, even if it's just like a friend, right, that, from life, like you could put them in your database and it's like, oh, am I calling them once a week? Just to, again, keep yourself organized, because life, business, family, like those things, can make you like, am I even like calling people? Am I even reaching out to people and being a human? Like, and so, yeah, so the CRM really just helps you stay organized.
I love that. That's so helpful.
Yeah.
So I know you could probably share a lot about this topic, but what is the vision for the future of your business?
What is the vision of the future for my business? That's a great question. So really, our goal, my husband and I's goal with our real estate business, is to really become this entity, like in the local space, in our local community, where if somebody has some type of real estate need, they know that they can come to us and we are going to deal with and help them with their solution in a very fair and honest way with excellence. And that's how we want to set ourselves apart from others in this industry, right? We are not reinventing, we're not making something brand new, right? Like real estate has been around forever. We've always needed a place to live, right? But what we want to offer is a new way of doing business, right? A fresh way of being more like a full service, like what do you really need? I'm not just some agent trying to sell your house or help you buy a house. Like, I'm really looking for what do you need? And so that's really our vision, is to really bring those kingdom principles into the real estate space and to show people that business can be done successfully by putting God first.
That is fantastic. I can't wait to see where all y'all go with that. I'm following you on Facebook, so I'm excited to see that journey.
Awesome. Thank you.
Speaking of Facebook, where can we connect with you online? We'll link all this in the description below. We'll put all the links there. That way all of y'all can get a hold of it and connect with Kristen. But if you want to just tell us where the best place to get into contact with you is, and kind of how each of your platforms serves your business.
Yeah. So I am on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm most actively posting and engaging with people on Facebook, I would say. But really my phone number, my email, it's all right there. So you can call me, text me, Facebook message me. I mean, I'm pretty easy to get a hold of.
And you mostly work with local clients, I'm sure, there where you are in real estate. But I noticed on your website, you can go and search for a house in any area. I searched for houses in my area on
Yes.
And there were a bunch that I hadn't seen before on Zillow. I stay on top of the Zillow listings because I just enjoy looking at it, like Pinterest.
Yeah, for sure.
I love my house. I'm not moving. I just like Zillow. But I was looking and there were a bunch that I had never seen before.
Oh, super. Yeah. So I can only do a real estate transaction in the state of Indiana per my license. However, I would be happy to connect with anybody and help them find a Keller Williams agent in their area to best meet their needs. Because that's another thing why I chose to partner with Keller Williams as my brokerage, is because one of their mottos is God, family, business. So that's what they're really based off of. And so that's why I chose to partner with them. And so I know that, I understand maybe not every agent subscribes to that, but that's my job. If somebody was out of state, I can help them find an agent who really walks those values out.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing all of that with us today. I'm excited for everyone to get to connect with you and see your Facebook and all the helpful things that you share there. And thank you for being with us and just sharing your heart and your business story.
Yeah. Awesome. Yes. Thank you so much for having me, Sarah. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for joining us for the Branches in Business show today. If you enjoyed what you saw, be sure to click subscribe and hit the notification bell. If you'd like to learn more about how I can help you branch out and reach more people with your business, head to foundcontentconsulting.com. That'll be in the description as well. But again, that is foundcontentconsulting.com. Thanks so much and have a great day.